After I made my previous video talking about how Geoff Keighley is trying to make it illegal for anyone else to use the terminology The Game Awards, somebody anonymously reached out to me and shared with me the email that they received from Geoff Keighley and his team instructing them on what to do to help push this agenda forward. And what I'm going to go through in this video, I couldn't make up if I tried. What's going on, guys? Welcome to another episode of Smash JT. Hot off the heels of my previous videos saying that Geoff Keighley must be stopped, I got this email from an anonymous source going through what Geoff Keighley wants people to do. And while on the surface it comes across as friendly and hey, we're on this game together, we just want to push this forward and make sure this is the best Game Awards show ever, underneath the surface lies a very insidious agenda that, if approved, will be extremely detrimental to the future of the video game industry. Hit that subscribe, give me a like, and check out SmashJT.com for the full article breaking down this anonymous email being sent to me showing the Game Awards and Geoff Keighley pushing for somebody to just please go fill out this DocuSign and give us a good story as to why it's important to trademark the Game Awards. Hello, believe it or not, we're just 1 month away from the Game Awards and our 10th anniversary. As a fan who joined us for one of our Zoom sessions during the pandemic, we are reaching out with a quick request. So here's the thing right off the bat. They're diving back into their backlog of people that had any kind of interest in showing a positive sign of the Game Awards because they feel like these people are on their side and they want to utilize them to push this trademark forward. We are currently in the midst of registering the Game Awards as a mark with the U.S. Patent and Trademark Office. We are looking for letters of support to establish that consumers, that's you, like you're talking to this person like they're an idiot. Hey, consumer, don't ask questions, just consume. Oh, by the way, that's you. Distinctively associate the term The Game Awards with our annual awards show because they couldn't possibly want anybody else to dare use the terminology of The Game Awards, even though it's the most generic terminology in all of gaming. If you do feel this way, could you please quickly DocuSign this form with your name? It should take about 30 seconds. So they already lay the groundwork, the foundation of, oh hey, we see you like us, you participated in our events, you were on that Zoom meeting during the pandemic, and if you want to help us out, please check this out, sign it for us. And if you disagree with this or you don't like the direction, just don't do anything. In addition, if you want to reply to this email with any personal reflections with details on how you came to know and live the Game Awards, we would be happy to include your individual thoughts in our application when it is filed in a few weeks. So not only are they asking people to go sign a generic DocuSign form to say, yeah, sure, I'm on board with you stealing this general terminology and making it your own so that nobody else can use it ever in the game industry without paying you a royalty. Yeah, sure, let's go ahead and sign that because what could possibly go wrong? But in addition to that, you also want personal stories as to how the Game Awards have impacted people directly in their own lives so that you can use that to help propagate and push your agenda even further. Thank you, and hope you enjoy our show on December 12th, the Game Awards. And then at the bottom it says, click to sign form. So this was just pushing this out, trying to get a group of people together, an entourage if you will, to prop up this agenda pushing narrative of getting the Game Awards trademarked, which the way they worded this email is so innocent. It's so, hey, we understand you like working with us. You understand you like the Game Awards. Hey, do us a solid and go sign this form. Nothing wrong's going to happen. We promise. We just want to make some money off of this and make sure that we can own the words, the Game Awards, so that nobody in this whole video game landscape is ever allowed to use it without paying us a royalty, which, again, like I said in my original video, flies directly in the face of Geoff Keighley talking about how the Game Awards were supposed to be for all gamers and be inclusive and use all those DEI buzzwords that are supposed to propagate this narrative, when at the end of the day, all this shows that it boils down to, it's all about the money. Follow the dollar. The propaganda is propping up these corporate interests, and they want this name to themselves so that nobody else can start their own show and beat them at their own game. Trademarking a phrase as broad as the Game Awards has the potential to create ripple effects across the entire industry. The term itself is incredibly generic and until now has served as a shorthand for everyone in the video games industry for gaming recognition in general. And like I talked about in my previous video, by trying to trademark these generic terms, it's going to turn something like the Super Bowl into something that nobody can ever advertise or talk about without paying the NFL money. And if they're trying to have a Super Bowl party, the NFL is going to come knock on your door and try to shut it down because you didn't pay them the stipend that they demand because they own that terminology now. This should never ever happen. And I know a lot of people are talking about in the comments of that video how it reminds them of the situation with the Fine brothers and how they tried to trademark the terminology of react and react videos, and we're taking down any videos that ever even said react in them, like there's some sort of arbiter of truth and own this word that no one else is ever allowed to do. Ever. By seeking to try and monopolize the term for himself, Keighley would effectively limit how others in the industry could potentially use similar phrases, and it will absolutely stifle any kind of smaller or independent award shows and media outlets that historically celebrated gaming achievements outside of Keighley's high-budget, corporate-sponsored platform, something that many gamers, if not, let's say the vast majority out there, don't give a crap about corporate interest. Gamers want games to play because they have a passion for the fun and the entertainment value that they bring, not because a big corporate interest is paying hundreds of thousands of dollars to advertise the latest corporate interest for everyone to see and then shoot some Mountain Dew and Doritos in your face, because that's another thing gamers always want, according to Geoff Keighley at least. And as I referenced in the other video, I want to give credit to Moriarty for exposing this first for everyone, where he tweeted, Geoff Keighley is attempting to trademark Game Awards with the US Patent Office, meaning no one else will be able to host an award show with the words Game Awards in it. Worse, he's emailing fans and requesting they file with the USPTO on his behalf. He is trying to weaponize any kind of fans of his show to push this propaganda and agenda forward, and now we have the email that he sent to them that I wanted to bring to you guys here. This move feels like a direct response to Stuttering Craig's The Real Game Awards show, which dares to offer an alternative celebration of gaming outside of Geoff's carefully, corporately controlled narrative. Ironically, Keighley has long championed inclusivity in gaming, like I said earlier. But when you try to trademark the Game Awards, it flies directly in the face of that mantra, almost as if it's all about the money, the power, and the control. And injecting those DEI buzzwords were just that. Trying to use words to trick people into thinking you have good intentions, when at the end of the day, we all know better. This embarrassing attempt to trademark the Game Awards feels like a betrayal to the game community's trust. And while Keighley may try to frame it as a necessary step to protect their brand, those of us embedded in what's going on with this situation understand it's way worse than that. It comes at the cost of limiting any kind of creative and cultural space that gaming has always thrived on. Ironically, the very people that were pushing inclusivity and being open are now the same people trying to get into the industry and then gatekeep you out of it. Funny how that works. This whole email leak completely exposes how Keighley was trying to involve the community to achieve his goal that would 100% ultimately harm it. This is a conversation that has to happen, not just about the Game Awards, but the broader implications of privatizing any kind of words in the gaming world so that only certain people have ownership of them. Because that's not how any of this has ever worked, nor will it ever be something that gamers will ever accept moving forward. So, like I said in my previous video, if you have a YouTube channel, make a video, get this out there. The more people talking about it, the more attention that we get on it, the more pressure Geoff feels from the frustrations of the gaming community in general. If you don't have a YouTube channel, please feel free to share this video out, get it out there, let people know that Geoff Keighley trying to trademark the Game Awards is not something that gamers would ever be on board with. Anyways, I'm going to leave it there. If you guys want more information, check out smashjt.com for the full article, the screenshots, the email, all that fun stuff. I will link it in the description below. If you appreciate what I'm doing, hit that join button. Thank you so much for watching, and as always, you stay smashing.
So we are lucky to do this every year, and we want to thank all the industry for their support.